If there's anything I've heard countless times, it definitely has to be my period has a mind of its own. And the cycle length is never the same. What's going on? So in this video, I will tell you why you consistently deal with period irregularity. Whatever it has to do with the complaint of the bleeding longer days apart, and all of that, I will be explaining it in depth. Come back, before we dive into it, please kindly subscribe, like the video so that other people will be able to see it and it's beneficial for them. Also, you can turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified when we put up the next video. So let's dive right into it. Now, everyone is familiar with my period came, my period didn't come, it was late and all of that. But how many people really understand what period is and what it's not? So I'll be highlighting 4 major reasons why people deal with period irregularities. And you'll be diving right into point number 1. You don't know how to calculate your cycle. It's as simple as that. I have found out in my years of experience and consultation to hundreds of ladies that many of them do not actually know how to calculate their cycle length. And this sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. They either have a particular day in mind. Let me say, for example, February 5, and then so they're expecting March 5 and then April 5, or maybe they'll say give or 2, let me say 2 days or 2 days plus. That's not an actual calculation. That's just like you assuming, and that's not going to avail much. If it's you, I'm sorry, but automatically you're going to deal with menstrual or period irregularities because you don't have a particular calculation in mind, so you can't even tell. You automatically assume that everything you're dealing with is an irregularity because you cannot tell an actual date of your period, your cycle length, to the one you assume in your head. That automatically in itself is part of it's just one of the simplest reasons why people deal with period irregularities or menstrual irregularities. Number 2, it's as simple as you are on the pill. Okay, before you assume you know what I want to say, please hear me out. You took post pill and then you do not see your period at all, or it doesn't come that month, or one or 2 months, not because you got pregnant, but because you tricked your body actually. What's the end goal of the pill you took? Have you ever wondered what the end goal of a pill you take is? It's to trick your body so that you don't get pregnant, right? So ovulation is delayed, and that automatically delays your period because without ovulation is the sole reason for menstruation. So if ovulation is delayed, your period will be delayed, right? I think it's easy maths. So when eventually now come, what you already know before and what you now start knowing with your period, everything automatically scatters, and that's when the irregularity sets in. So before I used to do my period so 20th, and now it's now so 12. It's not going to be the same anymore. That's one of the extra simple reasons why you deal with menstrual irregularities. Now let's go to point number 3. You are highly stressed. The word highly stressed because in this part of the world, everyone seldom gets stressed. It's kind of impossible not to even feel some level of stress. It feels like a coping mechanism rather than something to look out for. Like this is actually causing maybe issues in my body. Assume that you stack stress upon stress upon stress upon stress. And in some way, you're either not sleeping well, or eating well, or you're having deliverables. There's just this pressure there. And you're also expecting your period. And your body would rather not because in its bid, it's trying to save you. Because you stacked up stress upon stress upon stress. You're probably not eating well, you're not resting well. And then you want to bleed again. No. When it eventually comes, it won't come on the day you know it to be. You'll probably miss some days. It'll probably come later. Or maybe sometimes it'll come earlier than it is because the stress can actually force it to come earlier, or it can delay it. It depends on the lady. The period will come when it feels like it's in the best state for you to bleed. You cannot trick your body. You can only trick us and say you are fine, but your body knows that you're not fine. Point number 4, you're dealing with an infection. I hope you know that when a lady deals with infection, it doesn't just always come with only the foul smell, the itchy, or the colored discharge, or this or that. One overlooked area is the fact that because of the presence of the bacteria or the fungi or whatever infection, it might have led to pelvic inflammatory disease or any other thing, and this will not make your period come because you're dealing with an infection. And even if you keep the exact date, the cycle length will change, and that's automatically seen as an irregular period. So these are small, not so big reasons, but as simple as it is, this might be the reason why you keep dealing with menstrual irregularities. Very basic reason. So if you're dealing with any of these and you need help with understanding your cycle or period, you should totally get this book. I authored it. It's titled Flow Freely: Practical Steps to Understanding Your Body and Having a Painless Cycle. It addresses all of these causative reasons that we stated in this video, and it will be beneficial to you. You can check the link that will be in this video to get a copy or order your copy from our website. Also, if you need to speak to someone, please send a message on our website and I'll be available to hop on a call with you. Watch out for our next video. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Bye.